you watch that score from Mount Vernon, Oak Harbor, I think they're playing that game at Oak Harbor, actually.
I mean, that's interesting, because what was our score with Oak Harbor? Or Glacier
We lost
Peak?
by 3, I believe. Was it 30-27?
Mount Vernon appears to be doing fairly well.
Well, some other interesting facts here in Wesco 3A action. And also get you those updates. Some interesting stats out by a publication, a regional publication from the North End. I don't want to name them, but on some overall passing leaders and rushing leaders, and Glacier Peak is, I think, has the most in the passing and rushing of all the 3A teams. Grizzly fans, if you'd like to support the Glacier Peak football team, go to the 4th annual Grizzly Gridirons Texas Hold'em and Blackjack Tournament. I think Mr. Boyle, who's down in Vegas right now, maybe he's going to have a little advantage as he comes back. Saturday, October 22nd, 7 o'clock to 11 p.m. Registration begins at 6 o'clock p.m. Always you can go to glacierpeakfootball.org for more information. That will be held down at the Waltz Building in downtown Snohomish. Texas Hold'em, a $50 buy-in. Top 4 spots pay out. We'll get back to action.
So if Boyle's going, I'm staying home.
Yeah, there you go.
I've played cards with him before.
All right, Oak Harbor, an update here while you're watching. Mount Vernon now over the Wildcats of Oak Harbor in their house, 33-28. We'll keep an eye on that score. Becerra now takes it himself on the right side. Nice job by Mountlake. Terrace, Mason Stone there. Jordan Brown with the initial contact.
Terrace isn't going to give up this one easy.
Well, it's good to see them playing still with a lot of energy.
They're pumped up about that last touchdown.
In the backfield for Glacier Peak now, a sophomore, Adam Johnson, getting some time now in the backfield. Becerra now hands it off to Johnson on the left side, now cuts in between, up the middle, still gets a couple, but I don't think he gets in around the 1 yard line.
Yeah, but everything he got was pretty much on his own. That's a good bit of running.
Saw him earlier in the year, great looking youngster. Adam Johnson, number 32, 5'7", 160 pounds, a sophomore.
Oh my God.
10:28 now in the fourth quarter. Johnson again gets it, steps over one guy and piles in for a touchdown, Glacier Peak. Adam Johnson, I believe it's his first touchdown of the year, and that'll make it 51-7 Glacier Peak over Terrace.
He had to play a little bit of leapfrog there.
And he is a sophomore. If you, again, this sophomore crop here at Glacier Peak is just tremendous. They went undefeated last year as a freshman class. The future looks very, very bright for Glacier Peak football.
You'll be able to spot his mom and dad in the stands. They'll be the ones smiling real big.
Corwin Branson on for the extra kick. Excuse me, Branson Corwin. I always think I do that. Branson Corwin on to make it 52-7 Glacier Peak with a large lead here with 10:23 left in the ballgame. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors right around your viewing screen. We've also added a new mobile application here as far as on the viewing screen on the top left side. You'll see the word mobile if you're trying to watch the game or listen to the game on your mobile Android. You can do it right here at STSPN.com.
You can have Glacier Peak football, Wesco 3A football, anywhere you want to go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely no reason why you shouldn't take it with you.
Well, I think before we take the big bus, the big Boyle STSPN.com bus, we need to take the RV down to Dynamic Diesel in downtown Snohomish.
Get a little tune-up.
We need something. We got to make sure that baby can ride.
It's got a hum.
We are road tripping. And we want to thank everyone from Dynamic Diesel. Again, we want to thank our guest spotter, Chris Cuneo, here from Mongo's on Highway 9 in Clearview. If you haven't gone there, you're crazy. Go check it out. Unbelievable food.
Some of the best food around.
Absolutely. Here's Guerrero. Takes it now, stumbles now, goes left to right. Now he gets forward, crosses the 15, and he's taken down again by you-know-who, Timmy Douglas. Riley Argue also down on the play. The big fella, the senior, 6'4", 215-pounder. Great special teams player. Be in the market for a house, John. Click on Kathy Salvadolina, 425-350-0020. Also, once you sell your house, you feel like you want to do a little skydiving, just call our friends at Snohomish Skydive, 360-568-7703.
I'll go if you'll go, Scott.
I'm going to ponder that. Panui in motion. He takes it on the right side, cuts through, and gets about 3 or 4 yards before he's tackled down there. A lot of sophomores for Glacier Peak in the blue uniforms now on the field. Josh Elvig on the tackle. Proud Papa here in the booth. Gain of 3 they're going to give Pahanui. 2nd down and 7. Pahanui with the only touchdown for Mountlake Terrace on an interception. Pick 6. 60-plus yards in the 3rd quarter. Pahanui now in motion. Bo Kennedy hands it off to Downs. He breaks up through the middle. Nice gain for about 5. Leave him with a 3rd and short. Brock Just on the tackle, 33, another youngster, another sophomore. 3rd and 1 now for Terrace. I formation, Bo Kennedy the quarterback. Up back, makes it through, and Elvig is on the tackle as Guerrero takes it for a Terrace 1st down.
Number 16, Leon Elliott.
Leon Elliott, they're saying on the tackle. I think that was a group of them. Leon Elliott, 5'9", a sophomore.
This is where the spotter earns his money.
That's exactly right. We got a lot of young kids, as we say, the shift. We know somebody's watching 59, Elvig. 1st and 10. Now they go to Guerrero again. It looks like Jesse Charlton on the tackle here again. Another sophomore, 5'10", 185 pounds. So you're seeing a lot of sophomores out there in the blue, John.
Yeah, and they're pumped up, too. When you're a running back, you don't want to wade into a bunch of those kids because they're going to be all over you, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're amped.
Clock does not stop with a 40-point lead, 7:05 and counting. 2nd and 9 from Mountlake Terrace from their own 31-yard line. Now the shotgun. Fake the handoff, goes up to Downs. Devontae's got some room on the right, makes one guy miss. Now it's a foot race down the sideline, and that was Leon Elliott, the sophomore, catching up and driving him out of the bounds, but not after a big pickup and a 1st down into Glacier Peak territory for Mountlake Terrace.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't have to meet him head on because he looked like he was a little smaller than old Devontae.
Absolutely. 19th carry of the game for Devontae. Downs for Mountlake Terrace. Got him at 73 yards for the game. And
flag on the play.
Big number 70 for Mountlake Terrace. We do not have a number for him. We checked with the Terrace coaches, and they said the roster's fluid and changing quite a bit. Poor spotter Chris Cuneo from Mongo saying, God, I had the number. I had the number, and they didn't have a name. Unbelievable. So 1st and 15 now for Mountlake Terrace. Handed off to Downs. Downs up the middle. Stands up the defender right there and gets a nice chunk of it back. And Brock Just again on the tackle for Glacier Peak. You see some of the sophomore youngsters come out, 76 and 55. Devontae Downs starting to feel it a little bit, breaking up the middle. He likes his sophomore defense. 52-7, 4:52 left in the game. Bo Kennedy now is getting chased. He's got some room. Elvig almost had him. He gets it off just in time. Not enough for a first down, but Devontae Downs now catching the ball as well.
He was
and
scrambling
that's
hard.
Austin Hines on the tackle.
He had some real hungry sophomores chasing him down that time.
Big Todd Elvig almost had him flying off the right.
Josh.
Oh, sorry, Josh Elvig. 4 minutes left.
Oh, he dropped the hike
Bad
again.
snap again, but here Bo Kennedy runs out of bounds, and they're going to give him a first down. He stood up by a gang of Grizzlies and finally brought down at the 30.
That's 7 or 8 bad snaps now.
Austin Sharavali is how we were told to pronounce his name. Another sophomore, 5'8", 145.
Throwing it all at him, though.
He needs to get down to Mongos. We got to feed that kid.
And the clock is just a ticking down to 3:32.
Might get out of this. Might be done before 9 p.m. Clock does not stop when the team is up 40 points or more as the hustling Terrace Hawks come up to the line. So Devontae Downs, number one in the backfield. We've got him for 20 carries and 80 yards. His flags and laundry is all over.
20 carries, that's a lot of work.
False start.
And for only 80 yards, that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah. The defensive line of Glacier Peak now causing some issues for the O-line of Terrace, and a false start pushes them back now. 1st and 15. Clock did stop on a penalty, but 2:35 and counting now.
You know, Terrace has some timeouts they could use.
They pitch it to Downs on the near side. Gets past the hash. Now he's got one room. Now he got to beat Elliott now, and then 28 Triplett. Chad Triplett finally pushes him out, but he gets all the way down near the 10-yard line.
And Chad had to throw every bit that he had at him. I mean...
Oh, I'm sorry. He was out of bounds. They're calling him now at the 19. Unfortunately, the clock is still ticking. I don't know if they want to call a timeout here.
I mean, that's 170 pounds of Triplet going at 2:15 for Devontae.
Well, you saw Devontae's speed there on the near side. 1st and 10. Fake the handle. Here's Pioneer now. Makes one guy miss. Cuts all the way back to the middle of the field, and he gets all the way down to the 10. So a nice pickup of about 8 yards. Kayanoa Wong, number 9. Very promising sophomore on Glacier Peak. Had some playing time earlier. Coaches love Wong. Minute 17, the clock still ticking. Jalen Panui now way out to the far side of the field, outside of your screen. Downs up the middle, punches it through, touchdown! They won't even get him to the ground. Mountlake Terrace with their second touchdown with time running out in the 4th. Devontae Downs.
Yeah, he knocked a couple people down on that play.
He put his head down and just smashed through the center of the defense for a nice little 10-yard run with his first touchdown of the night. The man who does everything, Jalen Pahanui, number 11. High snap, gets it down.
Almost blocked.
And it is good. So with 1:03 left in the ball game, 52 Glacier Peak, Mountlake Terrace 14.
Well, they moved the ball well there, but they are moving it against the sophomore team, basically.
See if we have any other updates on that Mount Vernon Oak Harbor game. Stay tuned for us. Just right after this game, we'll just talk a little bit about this game. Then we want to look ahead next Friday night as the Grizzlies go on the road, their farthest road trip of the year in the regular season, up to Mount Vernon, from the confines of the Bulldogs. John McClain.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game, especially the way it's looking right now with Mount Vernon up against Oak Harbor. Right? Oak Harbor gave GP a tough time and came out on top.
Giving everybody a tough time. They are undefeated, 5-0 coming into tonight's action. Mount Vernon, part of the Northwest League. Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed all of this is our sixth telecast, or webcast, broadcast here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Make sure you go to SnohomishTimes.com and get all of your local news, sports, and everything else you ever want to know about Snohomish and Snohomish County.
Looks like the receiving team for GP's in, and they're trying to figure out where to line up. It's been so long since they've been on the field.
So Austin Hines now getting some time back to receive on the far side, and Kaino Wong, the near side receiver now, a little bit out of your screen. Pahanui, been a busy guy.
Watch for an onside kick. Yep.
Little squib up the middle. Hines gets it now at the 30.
He's got some room.
Breaks through. He's got one person. Oh, Pahanui just tried to slap him down. It did not work, and he gets past the mid-stripe into Terrace territory. All the way to the 46. 46 seconds, and the clock still ticking.
Austin Hines has got to be proud of that return.
Absolutely. Dexter Kemper for Mountlake Terrace, another sophomore on the tackle there.
Got a little messed up, needs to get his shoulder pads fixed.
So we're seeing Mr. Corwin, Branson Corwin in at quarterback, the kicker, who does it all. High snap now gives it up to Adam Johnson on the right side. Bust through. Nice carry, about 8 yards.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
For Adam Johnson. Getting a good look. Brett Potter on the tackle for Terrace.
Quarterback Watch 2011.
And
how deep are we going to go? Oh.
That will do it as the clock strikes 0 here. It's a final 53. Boy, they just took it off 53-14, I believe. Glacier Peak gets well this week after a heartfelt loss last week against Meadowdale. The happy totals for Glacier Peak: 24 rushing attempts for 147 yards, 126 yards through the air. Mountlake Terrace racked up, and thanks to Devontae Downs, 270 yards on the ground. Finally got the rushing average with a couple breakthroughs, 6.29 yards per carry for Terrace.
Yeah, even the quarterback produced some decent yards for Terrace running, right?
67 yards passing for them. For Mountlake Terrace, as you see them shaking hands. So we thank you, everybody, and just real quick, it should be an interesting match weekend. Next Friday night, 7 o'clock start, 6:50. Have our normal crew in tow here. Tim Boyle returning from Glacier down in Nevada. But Mount Vernon, I believe they're like 4-1, 5-1 coming into tonight, trying to find a score.
Doing very well against Oak Harbor. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited.
Should be fun. If you cannot make the road trip with us, then you can find all the live and local action here on STSPN. For Scott Oshman, John McLean, Todd Elvig, Ron Hanthorne, and guest spotter Chris Cuneo from Mongo's. Great job, Chris. We'll say goodnight from Veterans